for today's Cup of Coffee with Scream.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's been another interesting day. We're recording this October the 14th of 2024. And the planetary alignment, they be kicking my ass. My ass has been knocked down. I feel like I have been dragged.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just me, I don't think. I think it's a lot of other people that feel like they have just been, caught under a semi that's doing 70 down the highway.
And got drugged just a little bit.
Yeah. So
beat the fuck up. Just battered.
Yeah. And I had actually gotten another tea blend from Stefan Burns. It wasn't the spirituality. It was the other kind. I don't remember. I don't have the name of it right now. But it had ashwagandha in it. And that really did help take the edge off. It honestly did.
Hey, that's good.
Now, honestly, to me, and it could just be me today, it had a little more of... It didn't have the floral... flavor like the spirituality did. Of course, different herbs, every herb has its own distinctive flavor.
For me, like I was telling you how like it sort of had a perfumey, like not a perfumey, but it was an aromatic similar to that mochi that was sort of like that rosy aromatic.
It was more of an earthy, bark-esque, very plant matter. I described it as, if you've ever been around straw or hay or anything like that, that's what it tasted like to me. Mm-hmm. How that smells. And if you've not, then go find you a farm someplace and experience that. It's autumn. You should be able to find a hay bale someplace.
Somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Should be readily available.
Yeah. And I will tell you this, a spoiler, we didn't cover this. I thought I had already had this one. We're going to do Idiots Amongst Us because it's been a while, because there's so many. It's hard to pick just one. It really is. But I had seen, I think it was Paul Joseph Watson was talking about, for a couple of years now, we have wondered about Project Bluebeam. Mm-hmm. And this as far as false alien invasion or something like that could be. That very well could be. When he is talking about this.
I've been seeing shit about UFOs all over TikTok.
Yeah, but I mean, Paul Joseph Watson is a political commentator. And he is suggesting, his video today suggested that they're going to do some kind of disclosure something before the end of October.
What do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. Disclosure.
As far as aliens and shit like that. And
is that before they stage an alien invasion or before?
Maybe. I don't know.
Hold up. Wait. When exactly is the election? When does this shit happen?
I think it's the first Tuesday in November. Let me look and see. You would ask me. He always asks me something. I think I've got... It will be November the 5th. If I'm wrong, put it in the comment section because it's not an intentional thing. It's the first Tuesday in November is when election day is. It's on my calendar. It says election day.
They want to pull shit before, like, what is it? Maybe a week? Not even before.
Oh yeah. That very well could be. But also there was a news story in Daily Mail about drone swarms targeting U.S. military bases and operated by Mothership, according to a top Pentagon official. And I thought, if this is Lou Elizondo again, I thought...
Was it?
No, it actually was not.
Oh? Then who was it by? Like,
it was a senior ex-Pentagon security official, Chris Mellon. Now, let's face it like this. Once you have ever been involved with any of these, like the Pentagon.
With a guy named Mellon?
I don't know that there is ever X with that.
I
Ever.
I think sort of when you're in.
I
you're
think it's sort of
in.
blood in, blood out type thing.
Yeah. You can never truly escape, never truly forget.
Yeah. Yeah. In some ways, you got to wonder, is it sort of like a secret society?
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah.
Which is, it ain't supposed to be like that.
No. No, it certainly is not. So that's just a heads up on that. It's interesting.
We got something incoming.
And it's just, that's so much. But the one that I picked today is much simpler. It's much simpler. And I'll say
simple.
But before we get to that, one more aside. Do we need subtitles? Because I was watching something, because where Helene went through the Appalachian Mountains and Appalachian has become a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had seen a video today that somebody had posted about these guys from North Carolina, because everybody got idiots. They do.
Everybody got their stupid.
Yeah, that these young guys, because that frontal lobe shrinkage is not, for any particular group, it's universal. We're out filming stuff at the beginning of the hurricane, before stuff really got bad, of course. And so whoever had posted the video, it was not, the ones that filmed it and stuff, but they were like, in case people have a hard time understanding their accent, I think they had put subtitles. And I'm like, because of course we didn't have a problem. I didn't have a problem understanding anything that they said.
Right.
And I'm like, maybe it's us. Maybe we need the subtitles. Is it? Do we need subtitles? I think that we articulate enough usually.
Oh no, for certain people from these mountains and from this area. And sometimes you do need subtitles. Even in real life, it's like you just need closed captioning.
I have been accused of that from time to time, especially when I'm extremely tired. The accent gets really, really thick.
It is not to the point that you're out of understanding.
To us. But where you're around me all the time, we don't know how other people perceive it. And it could be that people are going, Orlando, honey, yes, we need some subtitles. We need a little bit of closed captioning on that. I think that they've got the text, the automatic text generation.
Yeah.
I think that goes on every video now.
Sometimes. It used to do that in the past. I hope they upgraded it recently, because something...
It was really not accurate. You could get some really peculiar things.
Yeah, there's this one video, it was like, something, you need some serious cocaine. And that wasn't what they said.
What's that flake Colombian that was suggested to me one time for my ADHD, but anyhow. Will not. That's out of my price range. Are you kidding?
That's expensive.
I don't think that Medicaid covers that, but
I know. Is it freebasing cocaine?
One of those alternative treatment type things there. They don't cover that. But if you think that is the accent, it is. I mean, this is it. This is how I thought. When we're recording, I do try to tone down the accent some, because I am aware of that.
Yeah.
And I do try to articulate most days, because that's when you're doing public speaking, that's how you do. Now, if it's amongst family and stuff, does it get thicker? Yes. That is true of every accent everywhere. It's a matter that it is a more comfortable
Yeah, it's just
because you know that you're understood.
Right.
Yeah. But
people around here are used to it.
I thought it was just so funny though. Because we don't think about it.
Well, that's like some some people, no joke, some people around here, their accent is so thick.
Yeah.
And to them, you know, they can understand each other perfectly fine as well.
Sure.
Like you were saying. But to someone, even to us, it would be like,
Yeah.
bogus minted.
It's like, what?
Can you repeat
Pass that
that
again? Yeah.
I mean,
It's like, I missed that one. And
God love him, Omega. When he first started coming around, there's points that I'm like, what?
Well, see, now
What?
he has
And there's still points that it's like, what?
Right. But you got to realize he is from North Carolina. And so he's been in this area, I think, since he was like 16 or 17. But there is still that blend.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes, I mean, you can very much hear the North Carolina accent, which it's different. And it's interesting because within the Appalachian Mountains, and this is not going to be a total history lesson, within a 5 or 10 mile radius, because in a mountain area, that's a lot of distance, that there can be a great distinction between accents.
Mm-hmm. And that's incredible. Because it's like, oh, look, you're from this little area. You're from
It's
that.
pretty cool. It was like when I was down there in West Tennessee and had stopped in at the store and asked about some. They're like, you're not from here, are you? And I'm like, nope. I'm from the mountains. I do not do well in flat land.
They were probably like, oh, you sound different. You're not from here.
And that was fine. I didn't have a problem with it. I mean,
Yeah.
it was just odd
Just
to
like, oh,
them.
you're not from here.
Yeah. And it was just like, no, I'm not. No, I am not.
You were a
from here.
transplant.
I was there. I was under duress. But somebody that was someplace by duress, or maybe not. Like I said, this is the official idiots amongst us, or used to be.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to name names. I will give you the link to the story because it's not a matter.
No, you make an example out of people.
Well, it's an example of fuck around and find out. Just flat out. There's a lot of that. There's times that the consequences are not always fatal. This one was. And this comes from Daily Star, and their website needs severe love and attention, and I've tried to let them know, and anyhow. And this is by McInerney, I think is how you pronounce that. And October 14th of 2024. And there was a lady, and this actually was from 2022 is when the incident occurred, but it just recently went to court. There's a lag on some of this stuff. And it says that a woman, I'm going to read it the way it's written because it's written, you Brits.
Oh, no.
A woman tragically died after being trampled to death by a cow in the same field she had sent a picture of to her mother, an inquest heard. Now that sentence structure.
What?
Liam, honey, you could have done better than that.
What?
Yeah. It said that she was out walking her dog the evening of July the 9th, 2022, when the horror unfolded. Because you got to realize Daily Star's got a little bit of tabloid-esque. Actually, it's all tabloid. It says the jury inquest, which commenced in a coroner's court on Monday. Is it Leicester? Leicester?
I have no
Leicester. Whatever that is, coroner's court on Monday was informed that the 29-year-old had sent an image with the word cow to her mother during her walk just before 9 p.m. And it said that the inquest heard that the lady ceased responding to text messages, leading her parents to search for her in the field shown in the photo. And it was in Little Thorpe, wherever shire.
Little Thorpe,
whatever
Thorpe.
shire. I don't
Thorpe
do well with the
Shire.
shire things. And they found her injured, and she went into cardiac arrest. And please don't. We're not laughing at the injuries. It's just the way this is written, and it's the whole situation. says, despite paramedics' best efforts, she was pronounced dead at 11:21 p.m. And forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Biggs, who conducted the lady's post-mortem examination, told the jury her injuries were consistent with hoof marks from a trampling incident. Now just let that sink in just for a moment.
What'd she do to piss off the cows?
And he stated that she had suffered blunt force traumatic injuries and abrasions to her upper chest and left shoulder. And that was a report by Stoke-on-Trent Live. And the coroner also explained, quote, there was extensive damage to the liver, which led to severe internal bleeding. That's the main reason why the lady died. And he further added that the number of injuries was not so large to suggest the whole herd had been involved, but rather it was a relatively brief incident involving one cow.
Oh.
Dr. Briggs expressed that there was...
So that cow had a vengeance or something.
That there was enough of a suspicion to conduct a forensic post-mortem examination to rule out foul play. He mentioned that there were no other injuries to suggest the involvement of another person and clarified that all injuries were consistent with a livestock trampling incident. And it's like, I've got to keep scrolling.
Oh, no.
The hoof marks. And it said, he further explained,
what
quote,
happened to Cousin Janice?
The type and location of the injuries in this case for me were indicative of something else, such as a large, heavy creature such as a cow. Yeah.
Whatever happened? It's seriously down to the lineage. Whatever happened to Cousin Janice? Oh, she got trampled by a cow.
And additionally, Dr. Briggs informed the inquest that although there were traces of alcohol and medications in this lady's blood at the time, that they did not constitute a dangerous combination. It says the inquest set to continue over 5 days is still ongoing. All right. She got drugs and alcohol. But that didn't kill her. But could it have caused her to make some bad decisions?
You know that's the leading cause.
Such as taunting a cow.
You know that's the leading cause. Was she out there alone doing that?
Yeah. Okay.
Why was she out there to begin with? Right, why was she doing that?
Right. Because...
Did she tell anyone that she was, hey, I'm going to go do this?
She sent the picture of the cow to her mother.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. What was the mother's response again?
I don't know. It didn't say what the mother's response was, but after after the girl stopped, stopped texting.
She's just I'm going to go fuck with some cows.
The mama should have said, get your ass out of the field before you get run over by a cow.
Yeah, no, get this. Someone that fucked up is not going to listen. They're alone. They're not going to listen.
And for people who may never have been around livestock, they will hurt you.
Oh,
animals. They're animals.
Yeah.
And it's like we have the farmer that owns the field next to us. We have cattle over there all the time. We don't mess with them.
Cattle can kick you.
Cattle can do lots of things. And if they knock you down, they will stomp you.
Oh, yeah. That's part of their thing.
Yeah. There have been numerous people around here that have been injured by cows. My father, when he would farm and stuff like that, that was not, my God. And you're talking very large, thousands of pounds animal.
Yeah.
Versus 100 and some pound, slightly, possibly, inebriated, girl. So this was an Idiots Amongst Us, sort of a Darwin Award. Now, we don't know why she was out there and if she was taunting the cow.
Maybe she just spooked it. Maybe she was trying to pet the cow, and it jumped, and it was like, you don't touch me, bitch. I'll show you.
Don't be trying to pet the cows.
Don't pet the cow.
They're not as docile as people think they are.
No.
You have these lovely milk commercials, and you've got these happy cows and stuff like, until they ain't.
Right, they get big mad. Mm-hmm. They get big mad.
That, or a lot of times, I mean, they're just very large animals.
Yeah.
And the farmers and stuff, when they will feed them grain in addition to other things. And so a lot of times, I mean, the cattle, they understand the sound of the truck. They understand the sound of the gate opening, different things like that. So in order to get fed, they a lot of times will run down there. Mm-hmm. Now, these guys, they don't just walk up wherever. They drive the truck into the field, and then they've got the...
They drive it quite a ways.
Mm-hmm. They've got the little feeding area, troughs and stuff like that up above. Mm-hmm. You know.
They do.
But it's just, these are also men who have dealt with these animals for a very long time.
Yeah. It's quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
So they understand that these things can, very much harm you.
Absolutely. You got to know what you're dealing with. And apparently Chick did not. But the hoof mark. That could be consistent with. Well, what the hell else would it have been? She's out in the field with the cow. God, it was just the way that it was written.
Yeah.
It was just the way that it was written. And it's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that she had such a lapse in judgment. That she had alcohol in her system and stuff like that, or whatever it was. But hoof marks on the body. If y'all have never seen how big a cow's hoof is, I mean, I'm sure you could do a search on it and it would give you some kind of scale. Mm-hmm. These are not small animals.
No.
They're not small at all. And I would say that she weighed, I don't know, maybe 120 pounds soaking wet. I don't know.
They just full on just stomped her ass.
Just the one. That's all it took. Just the one.
Well, at least she was inebriated, so she didn't really understand what was going on.
Well,
hopefully it didn't last long.
I hope it didn't. I really do. But it's like, this is something, you don't let small children by themselves out around farm animals, and you don't, like I said, anybody that is not used to this, everybody has to learn, but be out there with somebody that can properly teach you, including the safety things. How much sense does it take? This is a very large animal. Don't taunt it. Don't get to where the thing can knock you down and stomp on you.
Literally, you keep a distance away from it.
Yes, and I mean, I would go with Daddy and stuff when he was messing with cattle and everything. From the time that I was little, he would always put me at a safe distance.
Yeah.
And you never get around the hog lot. Do not get around the hog lot.
They will eat you.
They will eat you. And I was shocked to find that out. I really was.
There's people that have those pigs, those big pot-belly pigs, as pets. And they have a bed. They have a bed made for it right beside their bed. It's a
different breed. That's different than a hog.
Those things are hogs. Those things are huge.
Well, I can't imagine. Who in the hell would want a hog in their house? I don't get that.
I don't know. I kind of would dig it, but I wouldn't want one really. But like, I could see the appeal of it.
No.
I mean,
again,
it's
one of those. It looks good in a video or whatever, but the reality would probably be totally different.
Yeah, the noise. I would not be able to handle the noise in the house.
Like I said, hogs they stink. I don't care if you bathe them or whatever it is. I can't imagine them not smelling. And somebody's probably like, I've got a pygmy pig and it just smells like roses and buttercups.
It's a pygmy. It's that tiny little piss baby pig.
Yeah. I don't know. There are just some animals that I'm old school on that. I think some animals need to be out in the yard. I mean, we've got a herd of cats. If they find us, that's what it is. It's like, oh, she was trampled to death by a herd of cats. We found the little paw marks everywhere before they ate her face.
They would not eat your face. They would have to be starving before they would eat your face. They would have to be starving before they ate your face.
I don't know that. Final thoughts on all this stuff.
Don't fuck with cows. If you are drunk, if you are drugged, if you are not in your right mind, do not go messing with the cows. No. It's like with the cow tipping. What? So I bet you that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to do drunk girl.
Was over in the UK.
Yeah, she was trying to do drunk girl cow tipping. Yeah.
Did they do that over in the UK? I thought that was an American thing.
No.
Okay.
No,
that's tipping the cows. That's a myth.
It is a myth, but there are people that try it. You can't do it.
It's a myth.
Yeah.
The cattle, they will lay down as far as sleeping. They just kneel down and they sleep.
Mm-hmm.
They'll lay down and roll. You know, horses will lay down and roll.
Yeah.
So, it was, like I said, idiots amongst us. One less. I don't know that would totally qualify as a Darwin Award.
I don't know.
It was just the way that it was written with the
there would have to be marks. A witness. There would have to be someone to verify exactly what all went down in that scenario.
She was stomped to death. The hoof mark.
I know,
on her
but
body
what caused her to get stomped to death?
I'd say that alcohol was a factor in this.
That's what I'm saying. That's like we need someone. This is a scenario where we needed someone to actually have witnessed it.
At least she didn't live stream
it was. Huh?
At least she didn't live stream it.
There are people that have live streamed their demises.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, I don't know. Everybody be having a paranormal and supernatural thing going on right now. I have not, even with the email.
It's all been spiritual attacks.
Yeah, massive. Best way, just if you need to get in touch with me, is either over on X or in the comment section right now, till I can get the email thing situated.
Also, y'all tell us how the energy feels to y'all.
Yeah,
it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. You want to tell people where we can be found?
BitChute, Rumble, YouTube. At Werlanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter. Werlanda, COCWS.
And there's quite a few people that recently, as far as the Appalachia learn of our culture, learn of our people.
Yeah.
Or just a different group of humans.
Totally.
We truly are. Yeah. So, know that you are loved. Don't be out in the field if you're drunk with cows.
Don't mess with the cows.
Or anything else.
Don't mess with the cows.
Yeah. Don't be trying to pet the possums neither. Know that you are loved. Treat other people.
You don't want to get bit. You don't want to get bit.
You don't want to have to go have the rabies shots and explain yourself.
Got experience.
Yeah. For those of y'all who are new and missed that about the possum bite.
Please don't. I don't want to go through that.
Oh, my God. How many people can sit there and go, they got possum bit? Anyhow, treat other people the way that you would like to be treated.
It was unprovoked.
That's what he says.
It was. It wasn't my fault. I was just a bystander. It was the cat who pissed it off.
Watch your feet when you're outside at night. That's always, have proper footwear on.
I was minding my own damn business.
Lord willing, we'll see you on the next go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.